I heard the crack before I even saw it. You know that sound, metal snapping, plastic giving way. It makes your stomach drop before your brain catches up. It was a Saturday morning, sun out, coffee in hand, the kind of quiet weekend where you finally feel like life's in order. I was heading out to check the pool filter before my buddy came over to grill some burgers, and that's when I saw him. A scrawny teenager standing by my busted pool pump, holding a golf club like it was a trophy. For a second, I couldn't believe it. The motor housing was split wide open, wires dangling out like spaghetti. "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" I yelled, jogging toward the fence. The kid froze, dropped the club, and bolted out the side gate so fast he nearly tripped. I recognized him instantly. Ethan Morales, the 15-year-old son of the HOA president, Deborah Morales. Now, Deborah was, how do I put this politely, the self-appointed queen of our neighborhood. She'd fine you for leaving your trash can out 10 minutes too long or having patio lights that didn't meet regulation brightness. The kind of woman who thinks running a homeowners association is the same as running the Pentagon. So I stormed down to her house, still fuming, and pounded on the door hard enough to make the frame rattle. Deborah opened it halfway, already glaring like she'd been expecting me. "What now, Caleb?" she sighed, dragging out my name like it tasted bad. "Your kid just destroyed my pool pump," I said, pointing down the street. I saw him with a golf club. He ran right out of my yard. She crossed her arms. "Ethan's been inside all morning. Maybe your pump just broke. Those old things do that." I laughed, not because it was funny, but because the audacity was so absurd. "Old thing? It's less than a year old. Don't play games with me, Deb. I've got cameras." Her eyes twitched. "I'll talk to him," she said, and shut the door in my face. That was it. No apology, no sorry about your $3,000 piece of equipment, nothing. So I went home, pulled up my security footage, and there it was in full HD. Her son hopping my fence, swinging that club like he was teeing off at the Masters. I sent it straight to my buddy Mark, who's a lawyer. He called me back 10 minutes later, chuckling. "You've got her. Not only can you make her pay, but if she tries to cover it up, that's HOA misconduct." I smiled for the first time that day. Finally, some leverage. By Monday, I'd filed a claim in small claims court and sent a formal complaint to the city's HOA oversight board. Word spread fast. Neighbors stopped me during walks, whispering, "You really taking Deborah to court?" Damn right I was. Someone had to. By Wednesday, the neighborhood was buzzing. People were secretly rooting for me because, honestly, everyone had a story about her. The Jenkins flower pots? Non-standard color. The Rosen's porch swing? Unapproved fixture. She ruled by clipboard and intimidation. At the emergency HOA meeting that Friday, she tried to frame it as community defamation. I showed up with a manila folder, a USB stick, and the patience of a man ready for war. The moment I plugged it into the projector and Ethan's image popped up. Mid-swing, the room went dead silent. Deborah stiffened. This footage could be fabricated. "Really?" I said. "You're accusing me of doctoring evidence now?" The treasurer, an older lady named Helen, narrowed her eyes but didn't say a word. You could feel the tension buzz through the air. "This meeting," Deborah snapped, "is about community concerns, not personal attacks." "Then let's talk about community concerns," I said, stepping forward. "Like how your son vandalized my property, how you lied about it, and how you've ignored complaints from everyone here." No one defended her. A few heads nodded. Someone coughed just to break the silence. I leaned on the table. "By the way, I already filed a police report. Intentional property destruction. Over $3,000 in damage. They'll be questioning Ethan soon." Her jaw tightened so hard I thought it might crack. She didn't say another word. The meeting adjourned early, and she left without looking back. A few days later, I got a call from Mark. "She's trying to counterclaim. Says your footage violated her family's privacy." Total nonsense. But what he found next was gold. Financial records showing Deborah had been quietly reimbursing herself thousands of dollars in office expenses from the HOA budget. Printer ink, snacks, even a communication stipend. All approved by herself. We sent it straight to Helen, the treasurer. Within 48 hours, the board voted her out. Just like that, the queen dethroned. For a while, things were calm. The neighbors seemed lighter, friendlier. But peace never lasts long with people like her. One Friday evening, I came home to find a yellow envelope taped to my front door. Inside was a typed notice, Repairs to your pool equipment may violate zoning codes. Continued violations will result in fines. No letterhead, no signature, just a threat. I checked my camera footage and, sure enough, there she was. Deborah, in a big sun hat and sunglasses, pretending to be anonymous while sticking that envelope to my door. I forwarded the clip to Mark. Thought she was removed, I wrote. She was, he replied. But impersonating an HOA official? That's criminal. Turns out I wasn't the only one. By Monday, half a dozen neighbors had gotten similar fake notices. So we gathered at Helen's house that night. 15 of us squeezed into her living room. Helen stood by the fireplace, holding a stack of those bogus letters. She's pretending to be the board, she said, using the HOA name without permission. Mr. Simmons, a retired building inspector, cleared his throat. That's fraud, he said flatly. State-level offense. We all looked at each other, realizing this had gone way past neighborhood drama. Next morning, I drove straight to the county sheriff's office with everything. Letters, camera timestamps, screenshots from the hacked HOA website she'd hijacked. 2 days later, a detective showed up at my house. We executed a warrant this morning, he said. Found her computer, the fake notices, and emails where she posed as HOA president. She's being charged with impersonation and fraud. I'll admit, it felt damn good. 3 weeks later, I took the morning off work to sit quietly in the back of the courtroom during her arraignment. She walked in wearing a stiff blazer, avoiding eye contact, looking smaller than I'd ever seen her. The judge read the charges: unauthorized use of HOA records, impersonation of a governing authority, attempted fraud. Her lawyer cut a plea deal. She'd admit guilt in exchange for no jail time, but she'd be banned from holding any HOA position in the entire state for 15 years. The judge agreed. One strike of the gavel, and that was it. The woman who'd ruled our neighborhood with fear and fines was officially powerless. That weekend, we held a neighborhood cleanup. No speeches, no rules, just people showing up with gloves, trash bags, and smiles. The air felt lighter. Someone played music from their porch. Kids chalked hopscotch on the sidewalk. It felt like a neighborhood again, not a war zone. A month later, I got a short and signed letter in the mail. I regret the distress caused by my actions. No excuses, no explanations, just that. I knew who it was from. I tucked it away, not because I needed it, but because it felt like closure. Now, on summer evenings, I sit out by the pool, listening to the pump hum softly. The neighborhood's alive again. Neighbors wave, kids laugh. No one's afraid of a clipboard anymore. The new HOA president? It's Helen, and she actually listens. Funny thing is, after all that chaos, I didn't just fix a pool pump. I fixed a community. But I still wonder sometimes, what makes people like Deborah tick? Is it power, control, or just fear of losing relevance? Maybe all of it. What do you think? Do some people crave authority so much they forget what community even means? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear where you stand on this one.